Thank you.
Always I
I'm
always
s-
look at my stuff in the background.
I'm still trying to get the whole setup going here. I'm still new to it. Oh man, yeah, you got a nice little theme going there. But yeah, today I have a very spooky, special, seductive guest here, whom you can find on Twitter, where she shares her scary, sexy content. Nightmare Kristy. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, I'm great. How are you? Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, no, thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Pleasure's all mine. Yeah, just seeing how you're doing today. I know you're saying you're getting ready for a convention of some sorts.
Yes, CreepyCon is this weekend in Ontario, California. It's Saturday and Sunday, but we're leaving very early in the morning because we need to be there by like noon tomorrow so we can set up. But it's
Oh
like a
man.
4 to 5 hour drive though, so
Oh gee. Well, I don't know. That sounds far, but it doesn't sound too
no.
far. No.
Trust me, it's really not. We're from Alabama, so we drive to Alabama a lot, and that's a 2 day drive. So
Jeez.
a 4 or 5 hours is like piece of cake for us. It's no big deal. Yeah.
I know. I like how we travel with time instead of by miles. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, it's a 5 hour drive, not however many miles it is.
No. I
It's
know
just
the
by time.
hours.
It's just easier for us. I know me living in Texas, it's a lot. You're still in Texas even after hours of driving through it,
Yeah.
so know
Oh,
exactly how it is.
definitely. Yeah, I'll be doing a Texas Frightmare in May. Well, actually, I'll be doing Cult Classic in the first weekend of March, which is in Bastrop.
Man, that's exciting. You sound all booked
And
up and
yeah,
everything.
twice.
That's cool. No, you know what you remind me of when I'd see you on my Twitter feed is that you would remind me of that first pretty girl in a horror movie that gets slaughtered brutally. You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh yeah.
you're always that one that's like the eye candy, and then she's the first one to go skinny dipping or out swimming. Oh no, it's fine, guys. Nothing's gonna happen. And then she ends up getting brutally murdered. So I mean that as a compliment.
Oh, I know, I got you. Oh, I'm good. I take it. I'm good. I'll take any role in a horror movie, whatever.
And I see the mixture of your sexy and scary content. It would
Mhm.
make me want to call it. I don't know if I don't mean it as an insult, but horror content.
Yeah.
Because it's like the word horror and then horror, but I don't mean horror in like in a insulting way. That's just me saying it in the most respectful way. But where did it all like begin? Like, what was your first like exposure to horror movies? Did you take naturally to it, or was it an acquired taste like as you got like older or anything?
No, I took naturally to it. When I was what, 5, 6, uh, I watched Michael Jackson's Thriller video for the first time, like everybody else did.
Yeah.
So that tells my age. But that that just enticed me. Like I was just like I was scared, but I was like, "Ooh, I like this."
Mhm.
And I just absolutely loved it. Now, I also love dance too, so it really got me with everything. Michael Jackson's a huge influence on the things that I love. And
No, he's the greatest. I to me,
yeah,
he's the greatest.
I mean, he's literally the Michael Jackson Thriller video is why I like horror movies. And then they came out with the making of Thriller
Mhm.
on HBO. So I watched that religiously. We had recorded it and stuff. So I watched it religiously, and I love the behind the scenes, the special effects, John Landis. I just fell in love with. I just want to watch scary movies, and then I just started watching scary movies, and it's literally the only thing I ever I really watched. Like I mean, I remember going to, the video store every weekend,
Mhm.
wait for Friday, and if I could scrounge up just a couple dollars just to go rent a movie for the weekend, I mean, that was like my excitement, you know?
Oh
So
man, I know. I would go to the video store and always go to the horror section and just look at the
mhm,
covers. Just look at the
yeah,
scary covers of them and the back of them. I know you have the Puppet Master on. I would always see the Puppet Master art, the Nightmare on Elm Street art,
mhm.
uh, Friday the 13th. It would scare me. I never enjoyed scary movies as a kid. I think. Have you ever seen the movie? It's a horror comedy. My Boyfriend's Back.
Yes, I have.
Yeah, that scared me, and that's not even supposed to be a scary
Ah,
movie, you know? It's a great movie, it's a classic,
fun.
you know, rom-com horror, but it scared me to where I had nightmares, and, yeah, I'm just wondering, like, what else like, you know, you took the horror, but what did were there things that ever did, like, scare you? Like, where you were, like, having nightmares of and stuff, you know?
Um, you know, a lot of people ask me that. I Okay, so I was a big Freddy fan. I loved Nightmare on Elm Street movies. I was a big Freddy fan. Um, there wasn't really a whole lot of movies that scared me because I was just excited to watch them, except for two things. Um, Nightmare on Elm Street Part Two, the beginning with the school bus,
Mhm.
that whole beginning sequence, like just freaked me out. Like I just thought, is my school bus driver gonna like drive off into a field one day and the ground's gonna go, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
Like
know what you're
I
saying.
hated that little beginning sequence. The whole rest, but it's funny because that was like my first movie that I remember, part two, and
Mhm.
that's what got me into Freddy and Nightmare on Elm Street. And then I went back and watched part one. But the whole rest of the movie didn't bother me or anything. It was just that little sequence with the school bus, the whole beginning sequence, and then the movie The Changeling.
Oh, is that with, Angelina Jolie?
No, no,
Is
no,
that
no,
oh,
no,
what am I
no.
thinking of?
1980 with George C. Scott,
Okay.
and Trish Vanderbeek, which was her uh or which was George C. Scott's wife actually. But
Mhm.
they had like a big age difference, but they were both in this movie. She was also in another movie called The Hearse, which I love. But The Changelings, that just gives me the heebie jeebies. There's no blood in it. It's not, it's just like a mystery, um, paranormal drama.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you not seen it?
No, that doesn't ring a
With
bell to
the
me.
with the wheelchair and the ball. I don't know if you've seen the picture or anything, the changeling
Oh, you know, I've seen that. I
with
know
the
what
old
clip.
creepy
Yeah.
looking wheelchair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know what clip you're talking about, but I've never seen the movie.
Oh,
But
you
yeah,
must watch that. I'm telling you. It's
I'm
it just I don't know, it just gives me the heebie-jeebies. Like if you just like there's a seance scene in there and that's what does it.
mhm.
You have to
No,
just watch it to know what I'm saying.
I'm scared of the weirdest things, like, I remember do you remember the movie The Happening when it came out
Yeah.
with the trees? That scared me. I remember
Yeah.
driving home and seeing the trees rustling, and I legitimately got scared, like, it's weird the things that scare me, but now, like, and I know this later on, now we're older, right? Well, what kinda scares you now that you're do you have any real life fears, like, at this moment, you know?
I don't like
Uh
spiders.
yeah.
I hate I hate creepy crawly bugs, spiders. I don't like any of that. But no movies or anything really scare me.
And even with the fact that, like, movies now are just they're pushing the limits, huh, with
Yeah,
what they get away with it. It's it that I don't know. It's kind of a lost art because you know, back when we would get scared, you didn't really need a lot of blood or a lot of digital effects, you know. You had
right.
all the practical stuff, even like Nightmare on Elm Street with the long arms. That was always scary to me when he had his arms really long.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
you think
that was
about it,
cool.
it's just so simple but so good.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, I see you on Twitter, you know, at Nightmare Kristy is your handle, which we'll have the links in the description for everything. But I see you share like, you know, not so safe for work kind of content. And I was
yeah.
just wondering, is that like something you like to promote? You know, do you push those platforms? Is there a way people could support you on there?
Yeah, I have an OnlyFans and a Lowell fans and a mini vids. I'm a little more active on my OnlyFans and Lowell fans though.
Hmm.
And I have a link tree on my Twitter and on my Instagram page. You can just hit that link tree and it'll take you to everything. And everything's under Nightmare Christie.
Yeah,
So
and I'll definitely link all that. I was just wondering what type of like content do you do on there if you wanted to share like just
a little of everything.
a little of everything. Do you do any like custom stuff?
I do custom stuff. Yeah, I a little of everything.
That's cool. I was thinking
Yeah.
I was thinking of something custom I'd want like if I could put you like in tinfoil and have you kind of act like a robot. if that would be on the table there for me. That's I have enough about what my weird requests. Do you have any? Do you have any like strange requests that people give? I know it's like a doctor patient privilege thing, but is there something like a person asked you to do and you were like, that's a little strange, but I'll see what I could do. You know, like Attack of the 50-Foot Woman or something like that.
Yeah, I've had a few strange requests. But nothing too crazy though. But
Yeah,
yeah,
you're pretty open minded. No, that's cool. No, that's really cool. And I was
I
seeing
don't get freaked out. I was a topless dancer for 17 years. So I've kind of seen it all and heard it all. Like I don't get too freaked out by anything of
oh
that kind of
yeah.
nature. So,
No,
yeah.
that's cool. I mean, I've always I've always loved topless dancers. No, I've always liked the idea of it. It's there's a it's nice to go out and have fun every now and then, and it's
Oh,
nice when it's consensual, people like that. Do you do? And I know this is a strange question. Do you do dick ratings?
yeah.
You do? Have you ever? This is just me asking personally. Have you ever rated anyone's dick the perfect dick? Have you ever
Yeah.
told anyone? Oh, really? You have
Yeah.
seen the perfect one.
I
That's
get
cool.
extra points for creativity when you send me the photo or video or whatever.
Okay, so there, there's a little bit
Yeah.
of a
Yeah.
that. I always wondered because I remember someone asked me, "Oh yeah, I do that," and I was thinking of doing that. And I'm like, "Nah, I don't really want mine rated on a scale of 1 to 10." But I was wondering if anyone out there saw the perfect one. Like the
Yeah.
perfect like a unit, like a tool.
Right.
Uh real quick off subject, what are your opinions on like horror remakes, like all the remakes that are coming out? Do you think that's good, or do you think it's just like lame that they keep rehashing, videos and
Yeah,
plots like that?
I'm kind of bored with it a little bit, with them just remaking things. There's been a lot of movies I don't think that needed it. Um, but granted, there are, some remakes that are really good, and I like some just as much as the original, or I might like a few more than the original. That doesn't happen too often, but a few. But I wish that they would come out with more original ideas.
Hmm. No, definitely. I see a lot of remakes, and they'll just kind of take them word for word, scene for scene, and it defeats the purpose. Why are you just
Right.
doing that? It's just, and I get it. You're trying to show it to a new audience that may have not seen it, but that's why we have the older movie. It's not like it's
Right,
lost.
just watch those.
Yeah, it's
I've had
not
people
lost.
saying that constantly. I'm like, "Why can't we just all just watch those? Why do we have to keep doing new, 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 new?" Because now you're a lot of the times they take away from what the movie or the character really was.
Yeah,
You
there's a
know?
and then obviously it was made in that time, so you have to bring it into that context too. If you try to bring it out of the context of that time, of course people are gonna be like, "Well, that's not that scary." It's like, dude, back then, this was scary.
Yeah. Yeah, oh, definitely,
This
yeah.
was like ahead of its time, or like this is what scared people. Like when Hitchcock had birds attacking people, that was some scary shit. Like
That was sc and I love the birds.
yeah, it's frightening when you think about the idea that, they're just all attacking, or even old Twilight Zone episodes, where people are by themselves or there's machines, man is the worst creature of all, etc., etc. Uh I also saw you're a co-owner of Nightmare Toys, is that right?
Yes, Nightmare Toys and Nightmare Cafe.
That's cool. What is that? Is it like I heard Nightmare Toys you sell like just figurines and posters and knickknacks and stuff.
Well, yes. We have a little of everything, clothing, toys, masks, costumes, figures, records, movies, jewelry, soaps. I mean, we have all kinds of stuff. It's pretty much like a Toys R Us for horror fans. It's about 6,000 square feet of store, and then the
Wow,
restaurant bar that's next door, which is Nightmare Cafe, is another 2,000 square feet. So we have about 8,000 square feet of horror in downtown Las Vegas in the Arts District.
that's exciting. Wow. And you just have do you have any drinks that are nightmare or fear inspired?
Oh, definitely. Yes. All of our drinks and all of our food are all have spooky names to them. And there is a Nightmare Kristy, well, a Kristy lemon drop, because that's what I like to drink, the lemon drops.
Hmm.
So that is on the menu. But we do have like the seven deadly sins. So we have a drink for each seven deadly sins, and just all kinds of other little spooky drinks. And then food, we have the Blair Waffle Project,
Ooh, that's funny.
chicken and waffles, and then your syrup is kind of a red sauce, and the waffles are black. That's very popular. Our burgers and fries are very popular. Since we're from Alabama, it is Southern food and bar food type stuff. So
Oh no, that's good. I'm from Texas, so I love that southern food.
we
It's
have some excellent food. Our cook, Corey, he is our kitchen manager, our cook, and he came up with the entire menu and the drink menu. And he's just doing an excellent job. I mean, he is an amazing cook. Our food is really phenomenal.
no, well, that's amazing. No, and then just hear, how prosperous it sounds. You're doing conventions, and you have your OnlyFans and all that. It
Yeah, I
sounds
got a lot
great.
going on.
Yeah, no, that's why I appreciate you taking the time to just come and chat with me, and
Yeah, of course.
it's real nice getting to know you. Why don't you plug all your stuff that you have going on, and we can
Okay. It's a
I'll
long list.
no, no, please plug it all.
So for my personal stuff, everything is under Nightmare Kristy, and I'm on Instagram, Twitter, OnlyFans, Lowell Fans, and MiniVids. Um, and then Nightmare Toys, you can find us on all social media: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. And you can follow our YouTube channel, which we have a podcast, the Nightmare Podcast. So it's like me and my employees, or me and the other co-owner sometimes too. His name is Philip Martin. And so we have Nightmare Podcast. So you can find that on our YouTube or wherever you podcast. And then also you can find me on Wednesdays at 2 o'clock Pacific time. I do live with Kristy on the YouTube from the store.
Mhm.
But if you don't get to watch it live, you can still go back and subscribe to our YouTube channel and watch live with Kristy. And we have Mask Monday videos as well. So if you're a mask person, I suggest the Mask Monday videos that we have on our YouTube. That's about it.
No,
Yeah.
that's great. I'll definitely put in all these links to that in the descriptions and everything. But yeah, I want to thank you for taking the time to just chit chat. It was real nice talking to you. It was nice meeting you, and yeah, I wish you all the best. All safe, be safe on your trips, and all the success that you deserve.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you for having me on,
Ye-
and good luck to you too.
Oh, thank you so much. All right, thanks everyone. Bye.
Bye.